Be buckthorn, I don't know. Oh, that would look amazing. Wow, that's awesome. Huge Banksia tree. What a spot, eh? Alright, so it's about time I show you this jacket of mine. Apricot. It's called the apricot jacket, something jacket. It's waterproof, although let's address that straight away. When I was paddling yesterday, it did get wet, and it did take like the tip of the sleeves, the very end of the sleeves where your arms come out, it retained a lot of water because it was a different material. And it did take a while to dry out. In saying that, it definitely has elements of waterproof about it, and I wouldn't want to go swimming in it, but for rain and all that, where the water's coming from the outside, the problem with the paddling is the water was running up my arms. So there's waterproof, but there's a hood as well. Now it's a windbreaker and it's fleece lined, so it does two jobs. And you'll see there's all these pockets built into each side. This is a passport, emergency whistle, which they give you. Something there, torch, phone, first aid kit, pocket knife, whatever you want, sunglasses, but I put my, it also gave you this, a survival blanket, so I put that in there. This all came with it, the whistle, the survival blanket, keys. And in this side, it also came with, in the passport pocket, I put the snake bite bandage. Sorry, the triangular bandage that it came with too. So in the hood, it also came with an inflatable pillow that you put in the hood, but to be honest with you, that's a flop because it just falls around all through the hood and ends up at the tip here and just dangles around and gets bunched up, and it's no good. There needs to be some kind of zip-it in, contained segment for it. So it doesn't fall out all the time because it's falling out consistently, which makes it no good. If they can stitch that in, maybe I could even do that myself, then that would be actually quite good. So it was from Kickstarter. Really nice jacket. Oh yeah, they've also got waterproof sleeve pockets, and it's I use it to keep the fire starter. So that's the apricot. That's my new jacket. I really like it. Keeps you warm. Definitely keeps you warm. So I'll give it a thumbs up. Bit better with the waterproof, bit better with the inflatable pillow, but otherwise, good kit. These two groups of crabs are going to fight Braveheart style, or is the group on the left just going to dog it? Looks like they're going to dog it. I could watch these crabs for days, man. It's like watching a real life RTS. Found some berries right next to my camp. Not entirely sure what they are. Buckthorn, I don't know. Taking a little bite, rub some on my lips. I'll give it an hour. See how we go. There's my camp there. Alright, it's about midday, and because I've got so much firewood, I'm going to do an upside down fire. Fire's done its job. Got some young guys just getting their boat and picking each other up. There's my lunch, a little bit overcooked, but it'll be tasty. That's a good cook. Let's get into it. New day. Hawkesbury Aether AG 70 litre model. Really nice bag. It's got what they call the anti-grav system, so you can see I can get my whole hand down there. And it braces. It's got a double brace here, and it's got a really good heat moldable hip belt. Pockets for phones. So apart from looking like a really nice bag, it's got some really nice features. It's got two really deep pockets here that you can actually use. It's got a separate an area here which is good to put your heavier items, your bigger heavy items down there. And you got the main compartment here, which is quite roomy. It comes up here. So that's not bag, but one of my favourite features of the bag. It meant to come with a day pack called a daily, but it didn't. But what I use it for instead, this simply attaches onto the top here, so when you go, that just sits on top, and that just sits next to me all day. Everything's an easy reach. So far I really like this bag. The weight is significantly dispersed across my hips and shoulders better, so that this weighing 25-30 kg is just night and day to my other pack. The materials are better, they're stretchable, they breathe. Oh yeah, there's a pocket at the front here where I put my grill, my seat mat, and a couple other bits and bobs. So yeah, really good. Hawkesbury Aether AG. Recommended. It was about $2.99 I think. $2.69? Somewhere in that ballpark. So not cheap, but you know, you should get many years of use out of it. You can see how the landscape just completely transforms with the tides. We're about an hour or maybe an hour and a half off high tide as far as I'm aware. And this was all sandbanks before. I was walking out there. You can see the bottom of all this. You can see the tide mark. Either a tree branch just broke off and grew back, or that's a way marker pointing in that direction for something. Maybe pointing to food source, oysters, because it says Oyster Bay here. I mean, it's not called Oyster Bay, but it's a bay of oysters. So look at all the cicada shells up there. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot. That's 6, 7, 8, 10. Camphor laurel, not the best tree to be here, to be honest. Nothing much really grows underneath these things, but you know what, it's not badly suited to these kinds of pursuits. So I just pulled on one of these, expecting it to be almost like a rope, see if I could take my weight, and it fell down into pieces. Termites in there. Anyway, point is, this stuff is really good to make cordage out of. You just get it and just rip it down. Termites, you can eat them. I'm vegetarian, so I won't be. I'll leave them be. Got a fair whack of cordage. Well, look, it may not work as cordage. As I'm handling it, I'm having my doubts, but it'll definitely work as good tinder. Found these berries. They're the same variety as before, but they're a bit bigger. Right here, just right here. Abundant. It tastes quite bitter, but like in a sweet way. I'm not quite sure what they are. Could definitely survive out here. Just come back down here. Just to show you this, it's a freshwater, little trickle of fresh water, so again, survival situation. I'm sorted. Now this time we've definitely got ourselves a good natural cordage. Look at this vine. Perfect. You know what, I won't kill it. But you can use that, you don't need to thread it. You can just use that to tie up wood for structure and logs for structure, sorry. Yeah, good stuff. So as you can see, my patty fell to pieces and so it looks like I've got a rice dish instead. All good. This is the cordage from the bark I made before. Look, it's all ready to use as cordage if I need to, but I'm not building a shelter, so let's just chuck it on top and watch it burn. Could easily have turned that into a torch. Very easily. So it's about 7:15 and the sun's down and I'm just sitting in front of the fire. Yesterday I mentioned that I was listening to a band's new album. The band was Haken and I said I'd give a report. Well, the report is in and the verdict is it's good stuff. It's quite a good album. Pleasantly surprised. They're very much in the vein of, progressive metal. They have very clean vocals, very melodic vocals. But they've got a real good fusion of styles. They've got one track called 1985, which is sounds like every cheesy 80s song you've ever heard, fused with, just mad breakdowns and proggy goodness. So yeah, good album. Between the Buried and Me, Haken, it's a good start to my camping metal music. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, truth be told, I just want to eat again, but I'm out of food, so I can't touch any more till tomorrow. It's been freaking snacking all day. Anyway. So I'm going to go into bed earlier tonight and just hang out inside. So I'll probably talk to you from there. I've got to fix up the bed and do some other stuff, so I'll talk to you in there. There's like this creepy old-timey 1920s music playing. There must be a boat out on the water that's playing it. Sounds live and not very good, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's people practicing. That's weird. So, I've decided to go inside the tent. And, I kind of want to go to sleep, but it's 7:30. So there's one thing about when you do 2 nights. Apparently you start doing your night stuff way too soon and time actually drags a bit. So I'm enjoying the relax, but I kind of feel like doing something now, but it's dark and I can't do anything. So instead I'll just figure I'll go to bed. But man, I'm going to oversleep and be sore and sorry if I do that. I could get up early and cook some breakfast. That's always on the cards. Even like 4:30, 5 o'clock. That'll have me ready to go to the water hole well on time. So I'll just sit here and do something. I didn't show you how I changed the bed. So there's the front. Last night I had the bed going up there. It was not good. So tonight I've got it running there instead of there. So yeah, that should work better. I'll close that up because otherwise I'll freeze. Yep. Alright, well, can't see me, but I'm going to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. He's hoping to a good sleep. Good night. Good morning. Well, today we say goodbye. I woke up about 5:30. I slept okay. Went to sleep so early. I'm lucky if I stayed awake till 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I slept till about 3, like a 6-hour block. Woke up for about an hour and then had another, 45-minute nap. Whatever the maths is, I was up about 5:30. So I got out, just went in and checked out the tide. It was very high, but the kayak was okay. Got to clean that out. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I know for a fact there's at least one spider living in there. Who knows if there's snakes under the seat. Oh, that bothers me. Got it? Look. I do this a lot. I like having my beard not too frilly. It's a very average beard as it is, so, as you do. So this morning I've got the fire on, as you saw. I'm just burning that down. I've got my last skerricks of food. I saved the eggs till this morning, so I'm going to have an egg roll, an omelette roll. I've got those 2 more pieces of bread. And then I think I've got a muesli bar and the mandarin. Still got like a bottle and a half of water, so I'm fine for water. Going to try and root through that water so it's less weight and bulk to squeeze into the kayak and row back. I'm sure it will be easier without all that. So I'm going to go to the water hole, which is just a 15-minute walk up the track behind me. I need to save some footage for that. I've got about 20 minutes of footage left. So, watching this, you would already be aware that this is a 2-part video. But I haven't really said it yet, so this will be the back half of the second half. What am I talking about, man? Who cares? No one cares. So lots to look at today. The tide has my back at about 10:30 going out, so can't leave till then, and I can't leave after then. So I've got about 4.5 hours now to basically eat, swim and walk, and pack up. So anyway, that's a long yippity-yappity. As I said earlier, ding dong. I sat there laughing at that for like 3 minutes after that, because it was just the most random thing and I just couldn't stop finding it hilarious. Anyway. Final meal. That's me coconut oil. You might as well use it all. High MCT coconut oil, no less. Egg skis. We're going to have an incident, so I have to pause it. It's just on my lap now and I'm in a very unnatural position here, so I'm going to have to pause it again. Poured in my seasoning. Just a mixture of salts, dried oregano. Actually, it wasn't dried oregano, it was just oregano. And it's gone black, but whatever. If I die from shitting myself, then so be it. Yeah, your basic seasonings. Pepper. A little bit of our vegetarian chicken salt. I know how dumb that sounds. Alright, get that on. Alright, she's cooking. And we have our final meal, the last supper. So these are very freaking flattened. It's called cloud bread. Google it. It's a healthy bread recipe. We try all sorts of different breads in our house. So I'm going to put some of that on some of that, make a sandwich. Looks like a really bad, like, egg McMuffin at Macca's. Egg on bread. I had tomato sauce and butter. It's not going to change your life, but it'll fill your stomach. That should be my slogan. Oh, never mind. Alright, I'm going on my walk, my last action. Just come from down there. Going up there. Got a bit of a rope climb to a sandstone cave. Well, that kind of worked. I do believe there's my destination. Right across the gully. Oh, that would look amazing when it's running. Wow, that's awesome. I'm not sure if this is wattle bird. Okay, this is nice. Wow. His own personal little plunge pools. Look at that. The water's very, very, very cold. So cold it's probably not swimmable, to be honest with you. It's just as soon as it goes past here, right in the upper ding dong. Oh, shit. What a spot, man. You can just imagine this when it's flooded and there's a torrent rushing through. It'd be absolutely amazing. This was the refresher that really is going to get me going to the end of the trip now. What a way to end the trip. The view of the harbour. I've actually got the view of exactly what I'll be paddling today, ironically enough. I'll turn around and get that. So that right there is almost exactly where I'm paddling. From, where's the camera? From down here, I'm going all the way up and all the way across. So that's my paddle today. Home. What a nice spot that was. I'm back at my camp now. Just got my last fire burning. Maybe out of here, it's starting to rain. The rain I don't mind, but it looks like in about 2 hours it's going to be thunderstorm. It's going to last about half an hour. It's going to make things interesting. I may be paddling in a storm. The weather app says thunderstorms possible at 1:45, but the weather app is often very wrong with those kind of time predictions. I'm just looking at the radar and the movement of the clouds. As you can see, there's no movement in that peak, but it shows the thunderstorm coming our way. Not a bad one, but enough to complicate things, and everything's going to be wet now. Oh well. Makes things spicy. Well, I'm running out of storage space, I'm running out of battery. I'm not quite running out of time, but I think I'm just going to start packing up. Well, that's the site cleaned up. Got about, I think about an hour now just to go kill. I'll sit on a rock and just relax, taking the scenery before the tide takes me home. I'm just sitting here waiting for the tide to go out. It's like nature's version of waiting for a bus. I've only got 10% battery, so if at any point the video just ends, you know why. So just in case it does, hope you enjoyed this two-nighter. Let me know if you liked the two-part video. Why not? Let me know something, anything. The more comments, the better. Like, comment, subscribe. Not necessarily in that order. I'm going to sit here waiting some more. Finally, I've waited about 2 hours and I've got the boat to about here. As you can see, I took a bit of a stack in, so the boat's not gonna exactly be clean, which I'm feeling a bit bad about, but we'll cross that bridge. The tides are finally turning. I got 7% battery left. Alright, well that's where I came from. I'm on the water and I'm going home. I've got like 1% battery, so this will be the last nice message, I'd say. So thanks for the good times. It's a good spot. That's where I gotta go now. So Hawkesbury River for the win. Two-nighters done. See you next time, guys. Ciao. Well, that's the end of the trip. Just driving back now over the bridge that we can see from our spot. I can see where we were from here. And yeah, that's it. Excellent trip, good times all around. The battery did die. I'm covered in dirt from head to toe. It's about an hour after I set off. Yeah, life is good. When I got back to the shore, there was families everywhere, so it was a very brisk return to civilization. Now I gotta work out how to get home. So till next time, this is definitely goodbye now. I can see it slowly fading, and farewell. Ding dong.